Hey, what's up? Good day to you. This is J.R. Kair. I'm a Ranun from HHC, House of Higher Consciousness. And I got an interesting subject today, and I want to talk about. It's been plaguing my mind, as to why people look up to as role models, parents, brothers, sisters, big brothers, big sisters, or pastors, teachers, or politicians, or kings, queens, gods. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it seems like these statements are made by role models. Maybe not all role models, but there's something I believe you heard. Which is the subject for for this video. It goes like this: Do as I say, but don't do as I do. You got it? Have you heard that before? Pastor or daddy's tell you, well, you just do as I say, don't do as I do. You know, um, why did they make that statement to me? And it should be to everybody else, including those that make the statement, that it is um, a statement of dishonesty, if you ask me. When it comes to being a role model or a public figure or American Idol, you know what I'm saying? That statement shouldn't be made by a role model because it's a statement of dishonesty, like I said. You see, and I've heard, people joke about that statement that a pastor says some things, like that. Um, do not sin, do not commit adultery, but then they do commit adultery. You know what I'm saying? They preach against homosexuality, but later on you find out that the pastors themselves are homosexuals and all that stuff. And that's just on the lower scale right there. You go within politics. Okay, you got your politicians making promises, asking you to hold on to your end of your promise of voting them into office, or run that campaign and all that stuff. And they promise you to do this, and they don't do it. They don't follow up on their promises. Um, Being a hypocrite and not being honest. Doing as making you do things, saying do as I say, but don't do as I do. You see what I'm saying? It comes down to religion. The so-called gods. That created religions. Telling their followers, disciples, for the view to do one thing, while they are disobeying what they told their followers to do. Okay, and that alone should tell you that with the history behind that statement, should tell you that this physical plane we are living in, this physical plane is a playing field where people are played, people are lied to, simply to keep information from them that that will free them. Actually, that will set them free from control and manipulation from the system. You see, so that statement as "do as I say, but don't do as I do," in quote unquote here, um, is is silently said by your so-called laws, man-made laws. Okay, I'm not talking about the universal laws or the laws of nature. The laws of nature, the universal law is perfect. It's equilibrium to all forms of life that has been birthed out from the great creator, the nurturer, the great mother Ma'at, the mother of all gods. She's put these laws in place, with nature and and with karmic law of sacrifice. Those are perfect in and of itself. They don't need to be monitored or defended. so to speak. Oh yeah, it's kind of darker in the video because it was raining earlier. Now the sun is coming out again. I can see ducks and birds are flying, so that's why the videos get a little bit brighter. But back to the topic here. So you see that with that statement, within all forms of so-called wisdom saying, you'll find uh, with esoteric teachings, you'll find within the esoteric teaching, those statements are made, by your models, your so-called role models and idols or gods or leaders or whatsoever on this physical plane, in order to teach you a lesson, probably. But it is a statement in and of itself of dishonesty and hypocrisy, because as you've seen so many times, uh, these so-called man-made laws or religiously made up guidelines and laws are broken many times by those that preach it. Okay, so I just thought I'd talk about it on this video. So what do you want to do with such a statement? What can you do? As as a follower of some philosophy or some religion, or as a politician. If you're into politics, you are a voter. um, you know you are a nationalist and all that stuff, and you see that your leaders make these statements, subliminally, but you always remind me of this: do as I say, but don't do as I do. And you see them breaking up, you know, not keeping up with their own standards, if you will. One of the biggest thing I want to talk about with this statement is following a jealous God, if you will. All right, and I know within all religion, you know, the gods within this religion are jealous by nature. But at the same token, within their moral laws or golden rules, to not be jealous of your fellow man or jealous over them, or jealous of yourself. Um, so, like being a Christian, or being a follower of Christianity for a while, I couldn't understand why I serve a jealous God. But then he tells me, one of his apostles or disciples wrote that I shouldn't be jealous. Um, it was just confusing, and that's just one thing for which contradicts religions. Is a lot of sayings, a lot of rules, have been contradicted, within religion. You see. So do as I say, don't do as I do is the statement of dishonesty. And I say anybody that says that, should not be trusted wholeheartedly. Do not be a follower of such entity or such a God, because a God or role model or political leader like that is a two-faced, two sides of the same old coin. Okay. Knowing that, I know you always ask questions, always you know, ask questions as to why, you know, things like this happen. You'll notice these things, and we don't ask questions because we are afraid, because these leaders, these role models have, uh, enslaved our minds in, into being afraid of them, and so we don't ask. We don't ask our parents why they do some things, and tell us to not do it, but they do it and say the bad for us, but it's okay for them to do. You see, so we just gotta ask questions. You know what I'm saying? And just know that it's a playing field. And they are just there as obstacles. You just gotta figure it out and say, hey, I'm gonna get over this. I'm gonna do what is right for me, what my inner God self is telling me to do. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. Now that's a statement that is full of honesty and that is so true in other life form. That is in of itself a law of karma right there. Peace and love. I'll holler at you later.